pretty fair to say that I would think that most of us would consider ourselves a safe drone operator. We of course make sure we are flying in perfect conditions. We use our local drone assist apps to make sure that we are not flying in regulated airspace. We make sure we are not overflying people if that's a rule in your country. We have got our operator's ID. We're making sure our drone is in perfect condition. And of course we are checking the local weather conditions as well. And ultimately, you know, at the end of the day, most times out of 10, there is going to be absolutely no issues and your flight is going to be completely uneventful. And that's always positive. However, sometimes, as this video is going to show you, you can find some hidden dangers that may come absolutely out of the blue. And it took me massively by surprise. So picture this, you've got your drone, you are up in the air, you've done all of your checks and everything seems completely and utterly safe. You are good to go. I was performing an active track test using the DJI Mini 3 Pro where I was using this drone to film one of my friend's vehicles. It was all going swimmingly, and just a little heads up guys, I will be posting the results of that video shortly on my channel. So if you're not subscribed already, do hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to be notified when I do post that update, because it was quite an interesting test really. The Mini 3 Pro was a bit hit and miss, spectacular in some ways, and one of the times I nearly lost it, so really interesting to watch. But it was all going absolutely swimmingly. I'd just been tracking the car from behind in the example you can see, and then what I was doing is I letting the car disappear, waiting to pick it back up on the return leg. And then as I was innocently flying along, that is where trouble started to happen. As you can see, this is simply a single road in the middle of the countryside, so you would think there was going to be absolutely no dangers. However, how wrong was I? Because if we start to play the clip in question, you may be able to just spot in the distance a potential hazard heading directly for my drone. Now I won't lie, wildlife is not really my thing, so I did have to ask one of my friends exactly what bird this was, who confirmed to me it was a female kestrel. But it just goes to show how quickly we can go from a completely innocent and smooth flight to something like this. As you can see, if I play this back in real time, it came absolutely out of nowhere. A very simple blink and you will miss it moment. And of course, even the DJI Mini 3 Pro and of course the drone that you are using may well have obstacle avoidance, there's absolutely no chance it's going to stand up to something like a bird of prey moving at this sort of speed. And just to show one final little clip that I think is absolutely amazing, if I just freeze frame that right at this moment, you can just see the kestrel looking at the drone with its eye thinking, I'm going to have you next time. Really interesting to see nature up close. But of course, that is also a cool advantage of a drone like this. You know, at the end of the day, this is being able to capture shots you would never normally be able to get, and I just think that is absolutely incredible. However, the point is, of course, you know, in this scenario, could I potentially have prevented this? I would honestly like to say no, I could not have prevented this happening. Of course, I couldn't see the kestrel. It was obviously, I was flying safely. I was flying to the environment with which I was operating in. But ultimately, as a responsible drone operator, because I didn't want to disturb this kestrel anymore, as soon as I had this little encounter, I thought the best thing to do was simply swing my drone around, bring it all the way back to me, and just discontinue the flight. So guys, just a little lesson there that even though you think you might have taken care of every eventuality when you are planning a flight with your drone, there is always some sort of hazard that can come absolutely out of nowhere. And of course, please do let me know what you think in the comment section below as to my actions and whether I was right to just land the drone. But ultimately, I didn't want to continue disturbing this bird. And of course, because it is a bird of prey, if it had have attacked my drone, it would have potentially taken the drone out. And of course, nobody wants that. But of course, if you do have a similar experience and you've had an issue with any sort of birds, such as this one, please do leave a link to that video in the comment section below. I would very much like to check it out. Please do give the video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you're awesome, and until next time, see you again soon.